the waves where sunlight fades, a silent shadow softly glides. Wings of night in liquid space, dancing to the deep embrace. No sound, no trace, just endless blue, a ghostly form in midnight heat. The ocean whispers secret soul to the Manta, dark and cold. Ocean silent shadow, drifting where the currents don't. Your chains need walls, just endless flight through the depths of eternal night. The coral towers rise so high, but you move past without a sigh. A fleeting dream in liquid air, a touch of grace beyond compare. No sound, no trace, just endless blue, a ghostly form in midnight hue. The ocean whispers secret soul to the Manta, dark and cold. Ocean silent shadow, drifting where the colors go. No chains, no walls, just endless flight through the depths of eternal night. Time stands still where you reside. The sea will never be the same. Ocean silent shadow, drifting where the currents go. Chains, no walls, just endless flight through the depths of eternal night. Ocean silent shadow, drifting where the currents go. No chains, no walls, just endless flight through the depths of eternal
The newsprint stains the kitchen table black, while static comes along the television track. The mercury is climbing through the glass, and ghosts of empires watch the hours pass. The ocean swallows up the sandy floor. A stranger locks his heavy iron door. The granaries are burning in the heat, while hungry shadows wander down the street. The Atlas weighs 100,000 tons. The sky is choking on the smoke of guns. A weary planet spins in hollow space, with sorrow flower in her hand. The water turns to powder in the land. The satellites are spying on the poor, while generals go counting up the score. The medicine is locked behind the gate. The young are left to gamble with their fate. The forest falls to make a little room for flowers that will never have a bloom. The Atlas weighs 100,000 tons. The sky is choking on the smoke of guns. A wheeling planet spins in horror space, with sorrow etched across its ancient face. The clock is ticking toward a final light.
Final light.
And who will keep the watch throughout the night?
I keep the watch throughout the night.
The Atlas weighs 100,000 tons. The sky is choking on the smoke of guns. A wheeling planet spins in hollow space, with sorrow etched across its ancient face. The clock is ticking toward a final light. And who will keep the watch throughout the night?
The map is marked with stains of hidden tears beneath the floorboards of the trading years. A desert path where innocence was sold, a weight of iron and a heart of coal. You walked into the mouth of hollow nights, while others turned their faces from the light. No badge could hold the fire in your chest, until the smallest souls could finally rest. Across the border of the broken dream, you pulled the drowning from the silent stream. A storm that broke the predator's black hand and led the stolen back to solid land. The debt is paid in birth and morning dew, for every life that started fresh and new. The guardian who stood within the cage and tore the darkness from the history page. A thousand miles of wires and deceit, where monsters bordered on a crowded street. You wore the shadow just to find the sun, to finish what the law had left undone. No names were whispered in the halls of power, but you were counting every passing hour. a photograph, a promise and a prayer to finally vanish in the stagnant air. The chains are brittle when the truth is told. The warmth returns to fingers blue and cold. The shepherd leaves the 99 behind to bring the lost one back from being blind. Across the border of the broken dream, you pulled the drowning from the silent stream. A storm that broke the predator's black hand and led the stolen back to solid land. The dead is paid in breath and morning dew for every life that started fresh and new. The guardian who stood within the cage and tore the darkness from the Iskra page. The tide rolls back like a faded silver sheet, leaving treasures for the barefoot and the slow. We found our place where the salt and timber meet, watching how the shadows stretch and grow. Old wood boxes held against our chests, tuning strings to the motion of the deep, putting all the heavy thoughts to rest while the golden heat begins to seep. Look at the faces wandering the line where the dry sand turns to heavy glass. A little melody can freeze the time and catch the drifting moments as they pass. We are the sun-bathed trio on the shore, drawing circles in the humid air. Nobody is keeping any score. We just want to see the brightness there. Simple chords under a wide sky blue, turning every frown into a grin. Just three voices breaking through, letting all the summer sunlight in. A child stops to jump a foaming wave, then turns to hear the ringing of the brass. Every smile is a souvenir, we say, watching all the hurried people pause and blast. No flashing lights or hollow velvet walls, just the open breath of the Atlantic breeze, breaking down the invisible stone halls, bringing every weary heart to ease. Look at the faces wandering the line where the dry sand turns to heavy glass.
and catch the drifting moments as they pass. We got a sun-made trio on the shore, drawing circles in the humid air. Nobody is keeping any score. We just want to see the brightness there. Simple chords under a wide sky blue, turning every frown into a grin. Just three voices breaking through, letting all the summer sunlight in. We are the sun-baked trio on the shore, drawing circles in the humid air. Nobody is keeping any score. I just want to see the brightness there. Simple chords under a wide sky blue, turning every frown into a grin. Just three voices breaking through, letting go the summer sunlight in.
The anger lifts its heavy palm beneath the floor of glass and salt. The surface fades to a quiet gray where the sapphire giants learn to sway through the swaying weeds of ancient rust, through the clouds of drifting silver dust. The pressure is a soft embrace, a hollow kingdom void of space. The current pulls like a velvet thread to the silent canyon on the bed.
Take me where the Manta goes, down where the heavy water flows. Wings of shadow in the deep, sea prints that the trenches keep. Take me where the light turns blue, fading out of human view. Through the halls of cold repose, take me where the Manta goes.
The sun is just a ghost above, a memory of the heat we love. But here the bioluminescent spark carves a map across the dark. No iron hull to shield the chest, just the motion and the rest. The pressure is a soft embrace, a hollow kingdom void of space. The current pulls like a velvet thread to the silent canyon on the bed.
Take me where the Manta goes, down where the heavy water flows. Wingless shadow in the deep, secrets that the trenches keep. Take me where the light turns blue, fading out of human view. Through the halls of cold repose, take me where the Manta goes.
Leave the oxygen and the shore, I don't need the gravity anymore. Let the salt dissolve the name, the lung forgets the golden flame. The pulse slows down to match the tide, with nothing left for me to hide.
Take me where the Manta goes, down where the heavy water flows. Wings of shadow in the deep, secrets that the trenches keep. Take me where the light turns blue, fading out of human view. Through some halls trenches keep. Take me where the light turns blue, fading out of human view. Through the halls of cold repose, take me where the matter goes.
The shoreline is a jagged tooth that bites the gray horizon. The salt is crusted on the glass of every window pane. I watched the signal fires go cold while the tide was rising. Now I am scratching out your name to keep myself sane. There is a bottle bobbing in the hollow of the swell. It carries nothing but the ghost of what I meant to say. The iron bell is rusted shut inside its wooden shell. The distance is a heavy stone that will not roll away. Send me an SOS before the mast snaps under the weight of the gale. Send me an SOS. I am a sunken ship with a tattered white sail. The ink is bleeding through the map of this wilderness. Send me an SOS. The lighthouse keeper fell asleep 100 years ago. The gears are frozen in the tower above the rocky shelf. I am counting every second that the freezing currents flow, trying to find a piece of ground to anchor to myself. The gulls are screaming warnings at the coming of the dark. The radio is spinning static like a dying fuse. I am looking for a glimmer or a solitary spark, while the sky is turning purple like a fresh and heavy bruise. The compass needle spins around in circles of despair. The pressure in the